We begin today's video in Monticello, Georgia, the fictional town of Wahzoo, and My Cousin Vinny. Howdy everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome if it's your first time. I am Tampa J, and I'm about to track down another filming location. This time the filming locations for the 1992 classic comedy My Cousin Vinny, starring Joe Pesci, Marisa Tomei, Fred Gwynn, and Ralph Macchio. Let's go hunt down these filming locations. There is much ahead, my friends. The Jasper County Courthouse served as the filming location for the external courthouse in My Cousin Vinny. The interior locations were filmed on a set back in Covington. Here's a shot of Vinny's car parked in front of the courthouse. And here it is today, about the same angle. Notice everything looks pretty much the same. The windowsills are painted a different color though. Mitchell's Department Store, where in the movie Vinny got his suit after being thrown in jail by the judge for not dressing appropriately for court, not dressing lawlerly. It's always hard pronouncing that word, but this building, now McMichael's Pizza Shop. Notice the arrow is still there and the wall is still red. And you actually see Marisa Tomei come up these steps here along this rail carrying Vinny's suit. Oh my gosh, this is the spookiest pizza shop I've ever seen. What's going on in there? That looks like a mess. So when Lisa realizes that both Mitchell's and the dry cleaners are closed due to the sign in the window that says, "Have the flu," she is forced to come over here to 214 Towie Street. Now a background fingerprinting, motor vehicle reports, and notary. This was the second-hand store where Lisa bought that funny-looking suit for Vinny. The judge wasn't happy. That was a funny scene, wasn't it? And check out this suit, I love it. So when I got out of my car just now, I didn't have Marisa Tomei with me. But when she comes into the scene in the movie, she steps out on the sidewalk here. She's holding that pink camera looking back at Vinny, checking out the mud on the tire. But notice that window right behind her. Still here today. This was a barber shop, it looks like, in the movie. Now it's an art studio. Lisa advises Vinny to put the car on a rack and take a look. And then that's when the gentleman to the right lets them know that they have mud in the tires. The wheels are off balance. And this is the spot right here. It's a nice little town. I like Monticello. It's very quiet. A lot like Covington, but a little smaller. And a lot less traffic and people walking around. And right here in front of the courthouse door is where Stan shakes Vinny's hand after winning the trial, congratulating him and apologizing for doubting him. And right here is where that handshake went down. There's still a sign over there to the left, but it's different than the one in the movie. And when Vinny and Lisa head out to see Billy and Stan at the prison, they cross Washington Street and drive down Forsyth. Notice the man crossing the street and the Cadillac right here where this Nissan's coming. And then the camera turns around as the Cadillac furthers down Forsyth. All of the buildings in this shot still here today. They've just changed a little bit. 28 years later.
What name did you tell him?
And in the center of the park, it's when Lisa and Vinny are walking right past this war memorial, coming down the sidewalk. And that was right here. Just had to throw this in here on this historical marker. There's some cool Revolutionary War history. You know what to do. If you take a screenshot, it'll last longer. And just a couple blocks from the courthouse square is where Dave's Barbecued and Seafood was. Now Martha Jane's Casual Baked Southern Food. This is where Vinny and Lisa grabbed lunch, and they had an argument because Lisa asked if she could help out, and Vinny told her no, which I thought was funny because Lisa was indeed the pivotal person in solving the case, as we know at the end of the movie. Welcome to what remains of the General Putnam Motel, the first motel that Vinny and Lisa stayed in the movie. The motel would have been behind the restaurant. It is no longer here. I believe it burnt down some time ago. I'm now inside the old Putnam Motel Restaurant. Vinny walks right through this door. Much has changed in here, and it's in a heck of a lot worse shape. But notice this low-hanging wall here? Right there. The counter would have been here. And that's where that gentleman served them breakfast. There was only like 3 things on the menu. I love this scene. The scene where Vinny finds out what a grit is. It was a funny moment. Those windows can be clearly seen right behind them. Here's these windows today. Oh, don't mind that smell. If you guys could smell what I'm smelling. Here's about the spot when the Cadillac pulls off of the road into the General Putnam. That neon sign in the movie, long gone. The most current sign, barely hanging by a thread there. All grown up, but definitely recognizable. The same shape of the General Putnam. Check it out as the Cadillac rolls right through. The motel office would have been sitting right here. The motel kind of does a V, comes this way and this way, the strip of rooms. And from this shot, looking down towards the office, I'm standing on the sidewalk. There would have been an awning above me, and the rooms would have been to my left. Here's the slabs. The slabs are still here, and check it out. These rooms weren't very large. It's not very large at all. Now standing on this bridge, crossing the Okmulgee River. This might be the most difficult shot of the day. I've got to stand in the middle of the road, in the middle of the bridge, because right over here is where Billy and Stan take a right in that 1964 Buick Skylark. Much has changed. New bridge, and the Beecham County, Alabama sign, that's not there because it was placed there just for the movie. But up there is the driveway of Sac O Suds. Sac O Suds, in reality, is called Sac O Suds. The convenience store, though, not open. It's actually empty. The store is vacant. Nothing's going on here. Cannot steal a can of tuna or be wrongfully accused of murder. Yes, that's where that happened. And then I thought I'd bring this back here for Billy. Once stolen here in My Cousin Vinny. My car is parked where the Buick Skylark was parked in the movie. There are no gas pumps here anymore. And the facade of this building has changed so much in the last 28 years that it's almost unrecognizable. All but the brick. The brick's still the same. And the fact that it's still called Sac O Suds. Oh man, those don't look too good at all. A look into Sac O Suds. It's a mess in there, but check out the coolers. This is all the way to the left. A lot of just junk in there laying around. Ralph Macchio would have been standing right here somewhere, and the cashier that later got whacked would have been standing somewhere there. Look at the tile. The tile, oh, I mean, it's dirty, but it's new to this building. Newer than 92. Man, it's disgusting in there, isn't it? I know in the movie it was Star-Kissed tuna, but the CVS I stopped last night only had Bumblebee, but you get the point, right? This is how it all started. Well, actually, it wasn't the can of tuna's fault. I think we should leave the can of tuna alone. It was the fact that they were just in the right place at the wrong time. And this perhaps might be the most important filming location of the entire video. Well, not this video, but of My Cousin Vinny, because this is where that 1963 Pontiac Tempest with the actual murderers, this is where their car left those tire tracks. And as we learned by Mona Lisa at the end, Marisa Tomei, a 1964 Buick Skylark could not have made those marks without posi traction and an independent rear suspension. I love those parts. Marisa Tomei stole the show, man. I think she really made this movie. Her and her relationship between Joe Pesci, it was just hilarious. Yep, taking this can of tuna with me. Oh, I brought it with me. Leaving the store just like they did. Take it off. I hope I don't get wrongfully accused for a murder. That would be awful. Making my way down 7 Islands Road. I can't believe I bought the wrong type of tuna. Oh man. Come on, Tampa J, do your research, not bumblebee tuna. It was Starkist tuna. At the corner of Fairplay and Sandy Creek Row in the beginning of the movie, right before Billy and Stan get to Sac O Suds, they take a right here at this stop sign in front of this barn. And here's that stop today. They turned right here at this barn. Look at the barn, looks the same. Even the barn in the background matches up. The white fence on the left, that's long gone. But here is where they take a right on Sandy Creek Road. This old building can be clearly seen in the next shot as they're traveling down Sandy Creek Road. And notice in the movie there's a sign that says horse feed on the side of this house. That matches up today pretty well. Look at that. In reality, they weren't heading anywhere. The next scene we see them crossing the bridge and pulling into Sac O Suds, but that is miles away from here. Movie magic. That's why I like hunting down these filming locations, because you get to see where all the stuff was filmed, and then you get to think about where they are in real life. And it's kind of funny how the movies change in your mind as you're watching filming locations or filming the filming locations. I have a different perspective of a lot of movies I've done so far. Fun fact, I don't even like canned tuna. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that thing. Probably give it to someone. I like raw tuna, I like sushi, like nigiri, but I don't know, I just don't like it out of the can. I don't like it in the can. I parked my car in front of the Bostwick post office, and right across the street from the post office, built and established in 1902, the Susie Agnes Hotel. It was called the Parker Hotel in My Cousin Vinny, not the Susie Agnes Hotel. Those gentlemen are sitting over there to the left watching the Cadillac pull up in front of the hotel with, of course, Lisa and Vinny inside. Notice that the Marathon gas station used to be an Amico gas station. This matches up pretty well. Look at that. Not much has changed. Love that moment where you see Joe Pesci come out here to see what the commotion is. You can tell he's half asleep and not believing what he is seeing. He's wearing that Yankee shirt, and he looks across the street, and you can hear the sound of pigs, but you don't see them yet. The James Thrasher Lodge was Parker's Pork Products. Now, the angle in the movie was from above, from the balcony, from Vinny's perspective, but this is the same building. If you look, there's a circle beneath the awning on the brick. You can spot that out in the screenshot. The little piggies, or I should say hogs, they were big ones, were in their pens, their pig pens. From this angle, you can see how accurate that filming location was in real life to the movie. The hotel is directly across the street to what was the Slaughterhouse. You can make out this house to the left. That was used in the opening scene of the movie in the credits when the Buick Skylark is traveling right where I'm standing. It's going that direction. Okay, I'm in the middle of the road. I gotta get out. There's that house. And this is what that house looks like today. Oh my gosh. That is creepy. I think it's sitting abandoned too. There you go. There's the house from the opening of My Cousin Vinny. Looks like it could be a house from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre or something. Posted private property. Keep out. Okay. Man. Another time though. Doors wide open, just saying. For our next filming location, we come to Mansfield, Georgia. Now owned by a company called Air Power, but this building served as the third motel Lisa and Vinny stayed at. This is the one with the train tracks. and loud trucks passing by. And here's where Vinny and Lisa are pulling into Mansfield. About the same angle today. And then they park right here next to the pool and chicken hall. Ladies and gentlemen, the pool hall and chicken restaurant from My Cousin Vinny. Vinny and Lisa pull up right here. Once again in that Cadillac. Right in front of these doors. And these are the same doors from the movie. Notice that there was a sign above the doors. And the remnants of that sign is still there. Look, you can make out where that sign used to be. I love that scene when Vinny walks into the pool hall and confronts the guy about the $200 that he owes Lisa from getting beaten pool. That's where he really shows his arguing skills, his lawyer skills. It's a funny scene. Here's a shot of Vinny parked in front of the hotel he had just pulled up. Those gentlemen there in front of the pool and chicken hall looking over. Everything matches up well today. Look at that. And this is where that happened. Those guys were standing right here. That guy with that wad of cash. You can kind of make out the walls of that building in the background. That tin siding. Caddy corner to the old pool and chicken hall is actually Roosters, where you can still get chicken here in Mansfield. Looks like it's a walk-up window too. Inside and outside eatery. A lot of old Georgia buildings in downtown Mansfield. Some in good shape and some in this kind of shape. Bumblebee tuna, not star-kissed tuna. How you liking the road trip there, Bumblebee tuna? You're starting to become a character in this video. Did you know that? Welcome back again to Covington Square. Welcome to Covington, the Hollywood of the South. Been spending a lot of time down here. I'm loving it. I love movies and I love TV. It's cool to be walking among so many filming locations. Arundel State Prison, located in Alto, Georgia, about an hour and a half away from here. Now, I wanted to go up and check out those filming locations, but I read online that it is nearly impossible to get close to the prison. It's harder to get close to a prison, and especially inside, where 90% of those filming locations were filmed. Came all the way to Georgia to buy a can of the wrong tuna. Go figure. Well, I didn't come all the way here for that, of course. Being silly. I came all the way here to make some filming locations. And I hope you enjoyed the My Cousin Vinny filming locations today. If you did, do me a favor, give the video a thumbs up. There you go, right there, it's down there. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm enjoying my stay here in Covington, Georgia, and it is some beautiful weather right now. It's not as hot as Florida. I like movies, I like filming locations, and as you saw in the last video, if you watched my previous video, the filming locations for Halloween 2, there is a lot of filming locations within the vicinity of this part of Georgia. I am Tampa J. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna wrap up this video and stop rambling. My Cousin Vinny. What a classic comedy. That was so much fun seeing where that was filmed. Okay, I said I was gonna end it. I'm still going. Bye-bye, guys. I'll see you in the next video. There's much ahead. Meaning, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.